He was called by the school to investigate a report of sexual assault at a wrestling match. The incident allegedly happened during the match between the victim and a transgender student. The victim was wrestling at the time. Last week, school resource officers, blah, 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 blah. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of it. Okay. Proving intentional assault. Wrestling is a contact sport. Anyone who's ever watched a match knows hands can end up in all sorts of places. Like if you guys have ever seen any men wrestling each other before. For me in particular, I've seen a lot of males wrestling in that documentary Foxcatcher with the DuPont and the wrestlers. And it looks like a very homosexual activity sport because of the kind of positions these males get into on the mat. Just to even consider putting a male on a mat with a female is just diabolical. It's so ridiculous because of the kind of positions that they're going to get into. This is a male. We don't know if this male is straight, if he's straight. Like, we don't know the intention behind the trans. We can't always assume that they're saying they're trans and it's all coming from a good place. With women, we have to assume the worst because, well, we could be essayed, we could be harmed, so we have to automatically take the side of precaution and being hesitant. So to just be like, oh yeah, well he says he's a girl, everything's gonna be fine, he's coming from a good place, that's just psychotic. So anyway, let's continue on. But is what happened to Kaylee normal? No! Two experts say, who reviewed the video, because there is video and I cannot show the part of the video to you because it is actual essay material. Neither have any connection to Kaylee or Emerald Ridge, these two experts. A coach who has 39 years of wrestling experience said there is a joke among wrestlers about checking the oil. It's when someone's fingers usually unintentionally penetrate their opponent. The experts say this is typically fleeting and happens rarely. He said that in nearly 4 decades of wrestling and coaching, this has never happened to him, nor have any of his wrestlers reported it happening. If it did, he said the contact would be brief as the offending wrestler would move their hand immediately or risk a flagrant foul and or disqualification. After reviewing the video, he said there was no reason in that moment that Kaylee's opponent needed to put his arm between her legs. He said it looked intentional. A female wrestling coach who reviewed the video for Undivided agreed. That's not common unless you're doing it intentionally. Undivided provided contact information to the school district to pass along to the wrestler and his family for comment. We are choosing not to name him because he's a minor and has not been charged with or convicted of a crime. So what happens next? The ordeal comes as the Washington state legislature is faced with passing or sending to voters an initiative that would prohibit biological boys from competing against girls. Well, it's in Washington, so we all know how that's going to go. Since Democrats in the majority have refused to hold hearings on the initiatives, it will likely head to the voters for a decision in November.